Firstly, I'd like to pay tribute to my predecessor, Sir Jeremy Quinn, who represented Horsham for the last 10 years. He was a dedicated MP, and in my first couple of months, I've heard praise from many constituents for his past help. An MP's best work is often unsung and behind the scenes, and I intend to continue his campaigns on issues such as child trust funds. However, I'd have to go back very much further to find a fellow Liberal MP to celebrate 144 years, to be precise. Madam Deputy Speaker, being a rock-solid safe seat in a first-past-the-post system isn't great for democracy. So many people have come up to me since the election and said it's the first time their vote has ever counted. Horsham's turnout was over 70%, and if we had proportional representation, you'd see that level of engagement everywhere. Most of my life, I've worked as a creative director in advertising before becoming a local councillor 5 years ago. So I'd especially like to thank my family, who are up in the gallery today, for supporting me in this unexpected career change, because this is a huge journey for all of us, not just me. Most of Horsham is open farmland, with patches of ancient woodland and villages that retain a strong sense of community. Horsham town itself is pretty enough to be charming, but not so temptingly chocolate boxy that it gets overwhelmed by tourists. As the name suggests, Horsham was once a home for horse trading, and to this day is a centre of excellence in the equestrian industry. Horsham is also where our great national poet Percy Bysshe Shelley grew up, and with luck we'll see him around town again soon if fundraising for a statue in his honour is successful. We've got high-achieving schools, both state and private, and we want to keep it that way, and many of them have approached me with concern over the VAT imposition. And although Horsham has never been the site of a major battle, this is where the Dalek invasion of Earth started, through the work of Ray Cusick, the BBC theatrical designer and long-term Horsham resident. But perhaps the jewel in the crown of the constituency is the Knepp Estate, the UK's leading rewilding enterprise and now of international fame. This is no freeze-frozen museum of conservation. It's a living, breathing experiment in flora and fauna where nature herself is the key architect. Of course, Horsham is not immune to national challenges, from a creaking health service to cuts in public transport and crumbling roads. But today I want to focus on the positives. Horsham's a great place to do business. Hard to believe it now, but Horsham was once a centre of England's iron industry. Later we became a leading brewery town, and today that tradition is carried on by energetic start-ups like Hepworth's, Welton's, Kissingate and Brolly Brewing, who rather enterprisingly came up with a Lib Dem branded beer during my campaign. We're home to Creative Assembly, one of Europe's largest video game designers, to Schroders, a world-class investment company, and to innovative tech businesses like Metricel, who might one day help us solve our pothole problem. And that would surely be worth a Nobel Prize. Where many high streets have struggled, Horsham's is bustling, a shopping destination not just for local residents, but visitors alike. I urge you to join us at the Carfax Bandstand on a Friday evening in the summer, where the district councillors pump new energy into the town, with a series of free events themed on everything from ska, ABBA, Pride, Bollywood to German Oompa music. After a quietish first 1,000 years, Horsham is learning how to party. Where other communities have been losing their local theatres, ours is getting a multi-million investment to help the council reach its net zero targets. After the last revamp under the Tories, the theatre reopened with that surefire box office attraction, An Evening with Anne Widdecombe. I wonder if she's still available. As a constituency which is now half town, half rural, I see Horsham as playing a lead role in striking a balance between competing needs. We have large areas of production farmland, making a valuable contribution to food security. But that same land is under pressure to provide housing and renewable energy installations. All of these are positive things, but the same land can't do them all at once. But if there's one thing I would like to focus on during my term, it is housing. Madam Deputy Speaker, I strongly support the new government's house building ambitions, but I am surprised and disappointed to see that they're using the same flawed system to fix local targets as before, except with a bigger stick. The standard method, as used since 2018, has been shown to be a hopelessly inaccurate way of assessing local need. Nor will it ever make housing more affordable. In Horsham, the average price of a new house is higher than the existing stock. So the more we build, the higher our target goes. The exact reverse of what is supposed to happen. Horsham already has 13,500 unbuilt permissions. We'll be forced to continue building houses people can't afford to satisfy a local need that doesn't exist, whilst heaping further stress onto already overloaded local services. And then we're surprised when people say they don't like it. Just to make things more complicated, Horsham has its own unique challenge known as water neutrality, which restricts water use for environmental reasons. We're caught between two government directives that completely contradict each other. One rule says we have to build a fixed number of houses per year, but the other rule says we're not allowed to build any houses at all because we can't use any more water without damaging the environment. We're being punished for failing to build the houses we're not allowed to build. This is a planning system devised by Kafka, not Beveridge. But for all the challenges, I would like you to see Horsham as a place of opportunity. For everything that's going wrong, something else is going right. It's a huge honour to represent the people of Horsham, one that I never expected to have. As someone who campaigned on a promise to serve as a constituency MP, I couldn't ask for a better constituency to work for. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.